The morning was too quiet. One of those eerie, suspiciously perfect days when the birds are chirping just a little too loud, and the air feels like it knows something you don't. Out of a modest house in the corner of a quiet cul-de-sac, he stepped out, coffee mug in one hand, keys jingling in the other, wearing yesterday's hoodie and a smirk that said, "Don't mess with me before 9 a.m. Trailing close behind him, cat. Not just any cat. A strut with a purpose, head held high. Absolute menace in fur form. Her name was Beans. She wasn't invited, but she followed him anyway like she always did. He glanced over his shoulder. "Oh, so now you want to be an outdoor cat, huh?" Beans ignored him completely. She moved with the kind of confidence only cats and billionaires have. Like the world was hers and he was just lucky to live in it. He sighed, sipping his lukewarm coffee, already regretting not microwaving it again. The morning sun hit his face just right, and for a second he thought maybe, just maybe, today would be different. Then he saw it. His car, parked at a crooked angle, half in the driveway, half in the lawn. "Oh great," he muttered. "Real professional." He stared at it like it had personally betrayed him, which, in fairness, it had twice last week. Battery died Tuesday. Driver's side window stuck on Thursday. Yet here he was trying again, like some kind of automotive masochist. Beans leapt onto the hood with zero hesitation. "Really?" he asked. She sat down like a queen claiming her throne, tail curling elegantly around her feet. The man circled the car slowly, inspecting it like a detective at a crime scene. Tires, still bald. Paint, fading in all the wrong places. Windshield, decorated with streaks from a wiper blade that had clearly given up years ago. But it was his. And like all stubborn men in their 30s, he'd die defending its honor. Right after complaining about it for 20 more minutes. He pulled open the driver's door with the force of a man who knew it might fall off in his hand someday. The door groaned. The cat blinked. He threw his bag into the passenger seat, paused, then turned to Beans. "You coming or what?" Beans didn't move. Instead, she stretched, slowly, dramatically. Back arched like a yoga instructor with something to prove. Then she leapt down, walked past the open door, and sat under a nearby bush. "Of course," he muttered. Classic cat power move. He stood there for a moment, keys in hand, letting the breeze hit his face and the attitude simmer in the air. Then, with a sigh that carried the weight of rent, unpaid parking tickets, and 3 cancelled dates, he spoke again. "You know what? Fine. You win. I don't need this today." He sat down in the car, door still open, one foot still out like a man unsure of his choices. Beans meowed from the bush. He paused. That meow wasn't casual. That was the wait. "Why aren't you chasing me?" Meow. Manipulative. Masterful. He narrowed his eyes. "You trying reverse psychology on me now?" Beans blinked. Lowly. Like she'd read Machiavelli and wasn't impressed. The man leaned back in his seat. "What if I just sat here all day? Car off. Just vibes. No errands. No obligations. Just me, this Dedux cord, and the smell of regret." He said it like a joke. But he wasn't joking. The dashboard creaked slightly, as if agreeing with him. Beans trotted back over, this time less dramatically, and hopped into the passenger seat like it had been her idea all along. He smirked. "Unbelievable. You wait until I look weak and then you take the seat. Ruthless." She curled up like a loaf of bread, purring quietly. He looked at her. "You know, sometimes I think you're the only one who gets it. This whole circus." Beans didn't respond, but the purring got louder. He finally closed the car door. It didn't shut all the way at first. Had to give it a good slam, which of course made Beans open one eye in disapproval. He shrugged. "You bought the ticket, Beans. This is the ride." The engine turned over with a reluctant groan, like it too had questions about life. The car pulled out of the driveway like a wounded animal. Slow, deliberate, dramatic. Beans settled in. The man sipped his coffee, now basically ice water with a caffeine ghost. He glanced at the rearview mirror, then at Beans. I ever tell you I wanted to be a musician? Beans sneezed. Right. Me neither. The world blurred by through foggy windows and smeared fingerprints. Not much said. Just a man and his cat. Two creatures powered by stubbornness, mild caffeine dependence, and the pure chaos of existing in the modern world. Outside, the city yawned awake. Inside, peace. Least for now. As the first red light hit, he turned to Beans. You think they'd make a movie about us? Beans yawned. Yeah, probably not. Too real. The light turned green. The car rolled forward. And the day, whatever it would become, officially began.